Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to American Trucking Simulator. Alright, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible because I'd like to get into the heart of it. This is a new type of gaming that I'm going to try to do. One, I'm still following the rule. If I'm going to game, I'm going to try to do it in a way that's beneficial towards the channel. So, because I don't want to just video game for the sake of video gaming because I don't get any benefit out of it. So I'm going to try to put it up on YouTube because then at least it's justifying it and I'm trying to do something. I'm bettering skills. Also, this is one of my favorite games. I'm not going to play trendy games because I absolutely despise most of the new games coming out these days. I'm going to play what I want to play. And with Trucking Simulator, I'm going to try to do trucking philosophy. Or at least discussions. Like what's going on with my life. So first of all, your headquarters. We get to... I have one where I'm level 45 and I have I think 10 garages. And yeah, I've got almost 100 trucks or something. No, not that many. It's like 50 trucks. But we're going to start a brand new one. Just you and I, right? Select the city you want to start in. I was thinking Los Angeles. That's where I started before, but I absolutely despise being based in California. So we're going Nevada. Why? Because then you still get those, there we go. I was thinking, yeah, I just really don't like Cascadia. It's not fun. And I was thinking Montana, but then I'm like, yeah, and then like Phoenix, and then maybe I was thinking good old Texas. But we'll do Las Vegas. It's fun. Plus, you get to, there's not as much regulations there. No, I don't want to walk through the tutorial. I am pretty good with this game. So, we're going to start here. Ah, cool. At last, you have a chance to experience your dream job, driving a truck. Dang straight. Your own transportation company is now open for business, but sadly, you lack the money to buy a truck. For now, you'll have to work. I'm okay. Drive by hire. Your task is to safely... Okay, yeah, I can do that. Get me in the truck. Okay. Now, I am going to do this as best as possible from this viewpoint. Now, just to make sure that I have the trailer, that's why I'm doing it. But we're going to try to do it as much as possible for here. You know, just to complete the load, I made... Why? There we go, I got my menu. Well, we're going to try it without it. So, oh god, I love those Peterbilts. Love them. Can't get enough of them. Alright. Hopefully that's not too quiet for you guys. Anyways. Yeah, I discovered a recruitment agency. Okay. To what I want to do with this channel. Primarily, it's been a while. Like, you've probably seen my U-boat videos come out lately, and that was honestly a spare-the-moment type thing. And, yeah, I just hit record one day, and it's given me a bit of spur, more motivation again to get back into it. And so I've changed a lot in the past 3 years. It was almost 3 years. It was like 3 years and 2 weeks to the date of when I uploaded the video. My last video, sorry. I'm trying to multitask, driving a truck and talking to you guys, but we will get it done. There we go. We're at 55. Cruise control on. So a lot has changed. Where was I when I last uploaded? I was in acting school. I was in theater conservatory. I was out in Vancouver, Canada. Horrible place to live. Beautiful weather, beautiful ocean. Everything else is just god-awful. Yeah, so I was in acting school, and we had just approached into our final semester. We were doing 16-hour days pretty much every day, if you were working hard, to get our plays up in production for our finals, which I managed to do. And then once I finished acting school, I needed to survive. So I was working, oh geez, it was pretty much 60-hour to 80-hour weeks. I was head bouncer for a small little club in Vancouver, as well as I was also working as an armed guard in Brinks Armored Car, Canada. And I was working well over full time because the housing costs and living costs out on the coast are astronomical. Like, our rent was $2,500 a month. That's not including the added living expenses. Right when I posted that last video, I had gotten married just before that. My lovely fiance is now my wife, and she moved out. It was really hard for her to move out because we were trying to get committed to pursuing acting. And I did attempt to a few times, though, to be full honest. There was a few things that came together that really destroyed. Oh, I didn't even notice that the speed limit changed. Silly me, can't pay attention. There was a few things that came together that absolutely zapped my confidence when it came to trying to be an actor. One, as you kept hearing in the acting community, if it's male and stale, no, if it's male and pale, it's stale, and that was legit how a lot of people felt. Not trying to argue anything around it. I do have my feelings around that, but you could see numerous auditions. The industry was going in certain directions. On top of that, living expenses just went through the roof in 2023. It was the reality of living in Canada. Just Canada itself is becoming quite unlivable. I know a lot of people will have, their biases around, oh, Canada this, Canada that. It's a different story when you're here. It's not what you think it is. I would say that things are often put in a rosy picture for you online, and I would not believe a lot of it. So, working 60 to 80 hours a week, in September of 2022, my wife gave me the best birthday gift ever, and she surprised me with a pregnancy stick. I was over the moon happy. Started working harder, and the whole entire time I was trying to also write my book, which was really hard to do. Oh, way station. Yeah, they want me to go in, that's fine. Let's do this. Ooh, buddy. That's quite the slowdown. So anyways, in 2022, we found out we were going to have our son. And things just became a nightmare because we were both working crazy amounts, and we were going further and further into debt just to try to stay alive out there on the coast. A lot of people who live out there are, living off of somebody else, or they're living off the government with subsidies. And or they're making stupid amounts of money and barely getting by. There were stories of like a nurse making $150,000 a year, living in her van because she couldn't afford to live. There was a couple making $300,000 a year, unable to afford their mortgages on their condo. It's absolutely atrocious, the state that's here in Canada. Not to mention, taxes go through the roof almost every 3 months because of our governments. It's municipal, provincial, and federal. Just taxes are going through the roof. So things are becoming unlivable. So together we made the choice, we're good, to move home. We got forced out of BC. and I wasn't able to act at that point. My confidence was zapped with trying to act, just because the winds were going against me. So we made the choice, go home. At least at home, especially with our kid, who, by the way, was born in a very traumatic event. We almost lost him. I almost lost my wife at the same time, too. That is a memory that will be burned in my mind forever. But they both survived, and they're both healthy and doing great, and I love them to death. But in order to be responsible, we came home, forced to move 1,000 kilometers. I ended up having to sell my dream vehicle that I had before just to pay expenses that we were trying to deal with and pay off as much debt as possible. And my wife got slammed with a whole bunch of excess payments because, things in Canada is just... You can't live in Canada unless you're exorbitantly rich or subsidized. Like, it's next to impossible. And things are only getting worse. Anyways, it was August 2023 when we came back to Alberta. God bless Alberta. At least the tax rates are low here, but things have gotten horrible here since I left. Crime's through the roof and a whole bunch of other things. And, I tried transferring my jobs, like, with Brinks out. Ended up only getting 4 shifts in 6 months. So, I had to quit there. I applied to hundreds and hundreds of places, kept getting turned down. Kept noticing they had certain recruitment initiatives, which is disturbing. I even got turned down for a pizza delivery job with previous experience. What else? There was the Ticketmaster. You kept running into these jobs where it was like Ticketmaster, right? Minimum wage, looking for a media Ticketmaster person or kiosk, must have 2 to 3 years experience of Ticketmaster kiosk experience. And it's like, how are these jobs even being fulfilled? And it's got my mind thinking that there's a conspiracy afoot. Anyways, I'm going to pause for a second as we try to park our truck here, because we reached our destination. Alright. 13 minutes, that's not bad. It's probably been only a 10-minute drive. Okay. Yeah. By the way, I have some new video editing software. Do you think we could try it? Ooh. Let's try it. I may have to just back out. I will need the experience, so let's try it in this view. Oh. Ooh. We'll get to the point where we're able to do it. Without the mirrors. Without the camera changing. Whoa! Already screwing up. Nope, straighten out. Whoa, straighten out. Okay. Come on, Crimson. Nope. Already screwing up. Okay. Okay. So, there we go. Fixed it. We saved it, I think. Too fast. No. Ah. Alright. 8th time is the charm. Will this count? Ah! Screw you guys. You doubted me. Okay, maybe only one of us doubted it. Ooh, not bad, not bad. That is absolutely atrocious cash. Atrocious cash. God. Tell people they need to work on their enunciation, and I can't even do it. Ooh, there's my headquarters. Alright. Yeah. It's a pretty basic garage. It may take... Stupid dyslexia. It may not be much, but it's a start. Unfortunately, you haven't got anything to park there yet, so there are no trucks in sight. Once you've earned enough money and bought a truck, you will be able to move in the world freely and run your own business from there. Dang straight. Good luck. Okay, so we're just gonna... God dang it. You have to... Oh, yeah, I haven't discovered any truck dealers yet. Cool, so we're gonna just do quick jobs. We're gonna try to do the most high-paying ones. Price per distance. Oh, God, I forgot. I have, like... Okay, so... Let's see. Let's do price going down. So that's the highest one. Where are we going from here? We're going... Yeah... Also, forgive me, I do have a cold right now. So cable rail, transformers. You know what? I'm just gonna be 2 seconds here and blow my nose because I do have a cold. And we're back. Also blew my nose and ran and got some extra cold medication. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this one. Transformers. We're going from Kingsman, Arizona to Phoenix, Arizona. It'll be about... Oh, geez. Expires soon. Okay. Anyways, we get to pay more money. Anyways, moving on. Okay. So we're going to take this job. If I remember correctly, these are already... Yeah, they're already hooked up. Okay. Ooh. Volvo. Comfy rides, my buddy tells me. My best buddy, my homie Chico... Shout out to Chico. He doesn't do long haul trucking anymore. He does localized stuff. But man, I got to ride into him when he was doing some long haul trucking, man. It was good times. And actually, a couple months ago when nobody was hiring me for, you know, certain political reasons, but whatever. I was actually considering getting my trucking license because I absolutely love semi-trucks. I am just in love with these high-powered machines. But I didn't want to be away from my family, and I managed to fall into my current job. So anyways, what I was talking about before. Ooh, why are you struggling? Let's go, Volvo. Get that power up. So yeah, my wife and I, we just moved back to Alberta about a year ago. And it has been non-stop heck. Because I've been working a lot. And also being a parent is a lot of work too. Now, before anybody goes, that's what I'm not getting, I will tell you this, and this will be the best advice you ever get or justification for being a parent. The worst day being a parent with my son is better than the best day without my son. And I will take that word to my grave. Why? Because the amount of joy I get from him, nothing can replace that. Now, don't get me wrong, there's also stressors like, holy crap, I'm 36, and I've done a few career changes, and everything is a nightmare. Come on, truck. Come on. I'm going to change the map there just to see where we're going. But, yeah, just... he brings me such joy, and watching my wife have joy with him too. She was meant to be a mother. Like, I don't understand millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, this whole entire anti-child society. It's the stupidest thing, and you're being lied to. The kid, my son, is just the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. Anybody who tells you otherwise is lying to you. And you will find a level of responsibility and purpose in your life that will motivate you like nothing else. Every day I am working probably at least 18 hours, whether it's doing my 12-hour shifts every day or running home to take care of my son because my wife now has to work, which is another annoying thing. My wife would love to be a stay-at-home wife. She absolutely would love to. But because of the stupidly high costs of everything, we aren't that lucky. It's crazy that children are a luxury item now. They're a thing. They are not an object. They are not luxury items, yet the world treats them that way. Anyways, so we're back in Alberta. We're plugging away. What's going on with me? Well, when I got back, got on with a voiceover thing. Whether it's I just suck, I don't know. A lot of, like, so for instance, there are agents here for film agency. I had one before. She kind of ripped me off, so I'm very skittish about that. And I'm gonna still try. It's just everything I have is out of date by a couple years, which is fine. But I am gonna try to get back into it because, well, before I tried acting in 2019, I was trying to become a police officer. It was a childhood dream, and I also tried joining the military. The military denied me on a medical reason. You know, I thought it was a stupid reason. Snoring. Apparently that's enough to keep you out of combat infantry because you can't plug it in. Yeah, find me one soldier that doesn't snore. Anyways, but because that has been checkmarked on your medical record, they don't want anything to do with you because they don't want to accept responsibility. Whatever. So, that was 2018 when I got denied for the military. Broke my heart, but you know what? Tried to find better things. And now with the police, I am still going to keep trying with the RCMP. I just have a gut feeling it's not going to play out. Because much like acting, I don't think I'm what they're looking for. And that is quite unfortunate. One of the guys who I work with, his process is going forward, and mine got deferred for a few months, which is fine. And I'll try again. But we had a similar type file going, where similar, like, things in our, like, I don't have a criminal history, never really done anything wrong. I can tell you the last time I stole something was an A&W mug, a long time ago, when I was still a teenager, and I've worked alongside police for the better part of almost 20 years now. But the industry's going a certain way, so whatever. So I'm 36, and time's running out in order to make things livable for my wife and my son. And that is the most saddest part about this, is I'm just trying to make my life better for my son and my wife. And because of agendas and check marks and interests, let's ruin people's lives. It's created a level of rage in me that is I've never experienced before. But because I'm a sensible human being, I don't let that get the better of me. I have a job now, which is great. We're trying to pay down debt, but you know, inflation. Thank you, Canada, for printing endless amounts of cash. But we're surviving, which is great. And not only are we surviving, we're surviving in a way where it's my son is able to have joy. We would like to have a second kid here. I would love a daughter. I would love a little princess, but we'll see. We're gonna try. But as far as what I'm doing, I have to be realistic. That's the number one thing in life. You have to be truthful. You have to be honest. Hopefully. Oh, jeebers. Yeah, that was bad on me. Dang vehicles. What is the Okay, that was my bad though. Not paying enough attention. Wait, why? Oh, okay. $260. Anyways, so you have to be honest with yourself. God, I'm making so little money. So in my other campaign, I'm making like $200,000 a day for my guys just doing their trips, and then I'm also hauling in close to $100,000 a day. Anyways, back to the conversation is you have to be truthful with yourself. So I'm looking at various things. Right now I work I work in a hospital. Don't want to be too specific about it just because it's yeah, don't want to bring too much attention to it. But I was thinking about going into training for RPN. Don't want to take on more student debt. That would be really quite annoying right now. Okay, let's go. Alright. Yeah, we're coming up here. Good job. Ooh, lovely views. God, I love this game. So yeah, being an RPN, registered psychiatric nurse, I would love to work in, like, if I could go back, I would totally be a psychologist. I never understood my intelligence until probably around 2019, 2020. I started reading 12 Rules for Life by Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. You can have whatever reserved opinions you want about him, but and that's fine. I won't argue that. You're free to believe whatever you want to believe. But his book, really, it's put a fire in me, and that was even before my son. And just when I had my son, it coincided together with wow, I'm capable of so much more. How dare men try to have a better future? So, and I realized too, for a better part of my life, I was told I wasn't capable of much. But the primary things I would like to focus on, essentially the RPN is, to be realistic, you need to have a degree. I need to, as much as I firmly believe as a millennial will never be able to retire just because populations are declining with the generations, and the way pension plans work is it expects the following generation doubles the previous one, and that's not happening. So we will never have the retirement that boomers or Gen X will. In fact, Gen X may not even be able to pay for it. So, and with inflation skyrocketing, taxes skyrocketing, I just firmly don't believe we will never have a pension. But I still need to have a livable income for my wife and son. So, I need a career. And I stepped away from a couple. The acting is still on the table. It's just I have to produce my own stuff. There's no way other people are going to hire me. That's just not the way the industry... Well, there are changes happening in the industry, but it's on a smaller scale, and it's in the more indie scene. So this is where it's like you have to make your own stuff. I'm just looking at my audio, and it says that it's redlining with the semi-truck. Oh, jeez. Hopefully not. So, Volvo, you can do this. The Peterbilts are laughing at you. The Kenworths are just shaking their head. So yeah, I have intentions on creating other YouTube stuff. The problem is I do work a full-time job of 48 hours a week on a slow week, and up to as much as 96 hours on busy week. Why? Because it's four 12-hour shifts, and it's shift work. So 2 days, 2 nights, and then if I take overtime, it's usually 12-hour shifts as well. So, and overtime is absolutely needed to survive these days. And that's even with my wife working and us living with family. Canada is a bankrupt country. Don't listen to what people say as how it's unaffordable. It's absolutely trash here. Crime is through the roof. The policies that are coming down are only making life worse. There is no housing. We are negative housing. The immigrants they're bringing in at skyrocketed rates are living homeless, or they're subsidizing hotel rooms for these people. And I feel so bad for them. My one coworker, she's like, her husband is telling her to come to the U.S. because she's working an absurd amount and getting nothing for it. Like, he's actually baffled of how crummy Canada is towards immigrants, yet alone its own citizens. Like, I know so many immigrants who are turning tail and immediately going home because they're like, this is bull crap. Anyways, rant over. I'm gonna be creating my own stuff, but on top of that, the number one thing that I am working on, this is my soul, this is my life. When I was in acting school, right around the time I was finishing and just last posted these videos, I started creating a new book idea because I scrapped the other one. Oh, ugh. I'm in the wrong lane. I am in the absolute wrong lane. Whoops. So I am writing thriller, action, fantasy, and sci-fi. Oh, that's what that is. It's an indicator saying somebody's there. Okay. Thank you. We'll flash the 4 ways for him saying thank you. Alright, so now we're in the right lane. So those are the 4 genres I will primarily be writing in. Yes, I have plans down the road for other things like mystery and noir and a few things, but the primary elements that I'm writing with is fantasy and sci-fi. So even if it's a noir down the road, I have an idea for a fantasy noir. Yeah. But right now, my primary book, it's called Monstrum Incarnate. Write it down, remember it. You will be buying it, you will be reading it. It will be an amazing book. It will be a bestseller. I don't care what anybody says. I will get it traditionally published, and it will be a bestseller. Why? Because I just know the concept. Oh, that was a close one. Anyways, we're almost there. So, I have started a website. I will be posting it at some point. This is more just gaming philosophy. That is my goal here. It's just gaming talk and playing games that I want to play. Which, I'm going to try to do it here and there. I'm going to aim to post at least once a week. Trucking philosophy, talking about different things in the world. Who knows? But I am putting all my spare time into my book. I walk around with journals every day. People bug me about how I've always got something on the go with my mind. And I'm proud of it. Because I have invested the past 3 years just getting the premise of this fantasy down. And it's simple as this. Can a young man learn to become a monster in order to be a hero? And it's about a knight whose kingdom is going to hell real quick. And he never wanted to be a knight, but he has to learn right there, right now, that it's time to go. You have to do what is necessary of you in order to save those around you. If you can save those around you. You have to learn at a certain point, you have to do what is expected of you. And this is meant to be a book of challenging common world philosophy, really bad philosophy, bad policies, bad ideas in our population, which, everybody's entitled to what they want. Change to that view. Okay, see, I almost took the wrong turn there. But it's also meant to be a book. Like, I wish I had something like this when I was young, on how to be a man, how to grow up and be a man. And I don't even know. I'm probably not the perfect guy. Far from it. I have numerous problems in my life, but I'm always trying to do better. I'm always trying to learn from my mistakes. I'm trying to be humble as can be. And God, that's the number one thing over the past 3 years I've had to learn is how to be humble, how to, learn. Like, I went from being head bouncer from a small club, as well as working on my car and making almost $100,000 a year, being unable to afford rent at that price in the place I lived. Oh, I am full gas right now. But yeah, I went from earning that to now I'm barely making even $40,000 a year in my new job, but it's a job, and it's like I'm having to relearn things, right? I'm full gas, man. Like, I'm gonna have to cut these people off because this trailer's weighing me down so much. Yep, we're cutting people off. Making this as wide as possible. Oof! Yeah! Wait, what? Yeah, we got it. We got cleared. Yeah. And so, that's been my life, is having to relearn so much. And I'm going to be posting some stuff on my YouTube channel. So I have a website, I will have a Twitter. I avoid Instagram and Facebook as like the plague because they're just some of the most god-awful, toxic communities I've ever met. You can't even go to a simple writing community without hearing the most just things that make you hate your life. But whatever. So I will be trying to incorporate social media because apparently you can't anymore do anything in life without social media. Unfortunately, I might have to go to TikTok to help promote my book. I'll figure that out along the way. Everything I'm doing is meant for my book. If I could, I'd quit everything I'm doing and be a full-time writer, but you have to have an income coming in, especially when you have 2 lives and possibly 3 or 4 in the future depending on you. You don't have a choice. You have to do what is expected of you, and I will. But I will also be trying to have a better future. And it's not just about me. It's not just about selling a book for money. It's about getting something. Ooh, okay, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. It's about getting out there and sending a good message to young men about, like, you can do this. Man, I work mental health, and I see so many broken kids that aren't even at the age of 16 yet. They can't function. Okay, back a bit. So, I'm writing this book to help people. And also to tell a great story. Because it is a great story. And the main character, Bo, is going to go through hell in order to save the world. He will plunge into the depths of Hades just to try to see the light on the other side. And so that's where I'm going to leave this episode off. Things have been crazy. I do plan on bringing this back and just occasionally talking about just philosophy. I will be talking about my book. I don't care. Dude, my top video before this was 100 views. I don't care. It's a way for me to clear my mind. It's a way for me to reassure myself. It's a way for me to play a game that I absolutely love and get some cash while doing it. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, let's try to find another job while we're doing it. So, ooh. Actually, we're going to do per distance. Price per distance, yeah. Yeah, that one. Ooh, Heroin National. So, and that's... Yeah, that's what this is for. And it's like gaming with philosophy, gaming with trying to update my life. Because it's what I do. And I love this game. I love talking to people. Also, just quickly, I have a couple podcast ideas that I'm coming out with. One, just sitting down, interviewing men, talking about their lives, going through things. I have the equipment. I just need to try to figure out how to utilize this equipment. I'm not technologically adept, so we'll try. We'll figure it out. The other podcast might be an art podcast. I do have an idea for something else, but that one could probably wait. Until then, though, you know what? I hope I can find some good background music that is chill while we talk, and I hope I hope people watch these videos because it's about figuring out life and knowing that no matter how crazy the world is, and the world is crazier than it's ever been, everything will be okay. Just keep pushing forward. Prepare yourself for the worst, but push forward and strive for the best. You have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And the light at the end of the tunnel is my book being published. I don't care if it's a bestseller, but I know it will be. And I get to have my son on my lap as I read it to him. So, that's bringing a tear to my eye. But you guys stay safe and party hard. And always remember, the light is at the end of the tunnel. Bye-bye.